to week 3 of Intro to Human Communication. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're enjoying this class as much as I am so far. Um, we have some great people in here. Some of the discussions I've seen so far have been fantastic. So keep up the good work, keep engaged, and I really hope that you're getting some stuff out of here that helps you not just academically, but also helps you be a better communicator as you venture into the world. So, I have posted your announcement for the week. When you log on to D2L, join our course. You're going to look at the announcement, which you probably did because I'm linking your video here. Um, then you're going to click content to give us our jumping off point. You should be clicking on week 3, 124 to 130. That's this week. Make sure you are always working in the current week. That way you're turning in assignments by their due date. Our focal point for the week is language. That sounds pretty vague, but as you'll see, we're digging into what language is, how it's used, and truly the meaning behind the words we say and how we say them. So as we did last week, you have assignments due on Wednesday and some others that are due on Sunday. So your checklist, you will not be you can check off stuff as you need to. I do not come in and say, oh, they did not check off the second check. I guess they didn't do that reading. This is for you. It makes me feel good to be able to cross off things off my to-do list. So that's why I set it up with a checklist format here. As you probably realized by now, the readings don't expire on the due date. It's really just there for you to have that suggestion so you can see. I hope you're loving this book. There's a lot to it, but it helps me to see the some of the vocab that typically would be used in like an English course or something like that. And then it puts it into perspective with what does communication look like in the world today, and how do we use these words as symbols, and what does denotation really mean? Because we hear that word in English, but when you're thinking about, okay, this is the dictionary definition, and when we use them in communication, what does it mean versus the connotation that it has, okay? So read these as closely as possible. I love this as a parent, and to all the parents out there, it's kind of fun to see like language acquisition. Oh, this is when babies associate words, etc. Excuse me. So it's pretty fun stuff. You'll be doing something with the exercises for the reading 3.2. So keep on that. Make sure you're reading everything. And even if I don't ask you to do something, it's always good to kind of start thinking about this stuff and pushing yourself for your own learning. Get the most out of this class if you can. So once you've done that, you've done all your reading, you could be treated to some classic comedy this week with the Who's on First bit. If you've seen it before, great, just enjoy it again. But Abbott and Costello are pretty cool, and I think you'll enjoy this. It's funny. Share it with other people. If it's the first time you've seen it, you'll really enjoy it. And if it's the 15th time you've seen it, there's still something to enjoy here. This bit is classic for a reason. And I gave you a more recent sequel to it, just for fun. Your discussion for the week is all about language. Shocker, I know. I've given you a bunch of different threads with different claims about language, and I want you to respond to these as honestly as possible. There are no right or wrong answers to this. You just need to really think about, what does this mean to you? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Why? Why not? What experiences do you have? Answer as many of these as you would like. Okay? At least choose a few. Then, after your time that we have with, after you go to Sunday's activities, you'll see a video called Language as a Window into Human Nature. You're going to watch this. You may need to watch it a couple different times because it does have a ton of good information there. Then you're going to go back, and I want you to respond to yourself and think about, have your thoughts changed as you went through this? You could choose a new thread and think about how your thoughts are on that after watching the video, or you can just respond to yourself. Excuse me again, I apologize. You must make a reference to the video when you do this, okay? That's our language discussion. Other than that, the only other assignment for the week is your reading response 2. You're going to use the exercises from section of chapter 3.2, and you're going to share with me that you understand the content, of course, but what really, really matters to me is you discussing your personal connection to the material, okay? Use information from the chapter. That shows me that you know what's going on. But I'm a big fan of blogging and personal reflection, so that's what I want to see, okay? I want to see, what do you think? Let me get to know you. This class is about communication. These reading responses, you are communicating to me and I to you in my responses to try to help you better your communication, or at least fine tune it. I always say that the more I teach this course, the better communicator I get, the better husband, the better father, the better teacher I get. So answer these questions, go through the exercises. The more you put in, the more you will get out on it, okay? And of course, when I give you a rubric, utilize it. If you're going on a trip, you look up directions, and then hopefully you use the directions. You don't get in the car, throw the directions out the window, and then just go however you think. Same thing goes with the rubric. You should be looking at the rubric and using the rubric to get yourself to the grade that you want to. Yes, you could go on a trip and still find your way there by knowing kind of roughly how to get there. But it's going to take you longer probably, and you may not get to see all the sites you wanted to along the way. So with your grade, let's go for the highest points possible. Make it easy for yourself. Follow the directions. Go through the rubric. Do what you're expected. Do all parts of it. And then you're making it impossible for you not to do well. So have a fantastic week, guys. Stay well. And I look forward to talking to you guys real soon. Bye.